welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenny with JennieJoy Journals over on the Instagram. And today I figured it was time for me to share the insides of some of my journal pages. Today we're going to be going over my New Year's resolutions, which you'll see we'll talk about on these floral pages, along with my first month, which will be January. Okay, so first let's talk about my journal. It is a bit dirty. This is the 8x8 square journal by Archer and Olive. They don't currently have this one available in stock the last time I checked, but a really good alternative, whoopsies, is this marigold yellow journal. Now, you'll notice that the covers are different. I'm messy. Okay, I am a very messy journaler. This is the linen cover, and this is the vegan leather. I am a much bigger fan of the vegan leather. It seems to stay cleaner for me. So I just thought I would share that before we continue. Now, Archer and Olive did come out with a cover just recently for their square journals. It's been a little while. I've been waiting patiently that I put it on this journal, but it was a little too late. It was a little too late for the orange. So the next journal I'll use this lovely cover. And it's been working out great. I keep it on sometimes. I took it off for this video. It seems to be doing good things. Let's go ahead and open up to the first page. So you can see I've put washi tape on the cover. My goal for 2023 is to expand my horizons, get out of my comfort zone. So you're going to be seeing a lot of these waterfall tabs along with washi tape. This floral washi tape I'm using is from a shop called From Keone. I will link it down below, as well as anything else I use in this journal. Butterflies are from Amazon. And I am just using paint pens whenever you see something fancy like this. I have used Archer and Olive's acrylic pens before, but I find that the ones on Amazon work just as well. Oh, I love this page. This is kind of my Today I Will page. It's where I focus on my goals. Everything leads back to these goals. How I can nourish my body, how I can strengthen my mind, how I can take care of my family. If you haven't had the time to just sit and think about what your morals and your goals, lifetime goals are, I highly recommend it. And I put that in the beginning of all of my journals, but I really love having that there. Vision and reflection. This is all of my 2022, where somebody suggested, I believe it was Jess Massey from Hustle Sanely, she suggested giving yourself a 5-star rating on your family, mental health, home living, physical health, talk about what's working as well as what you need to work on maybe in the new year. And I had a little extra space, so I went and did some highlights, just monthly highlights. So January, February, March, just the highlights of each month I put there. And of course, my goals for the new year. This page is still blank. I've got sticky notes. You'll find sticky notes in my journal a lot for pages I need to come back to. I've decided my year is balance, but on the sticky note it says center, so we might be switching things around. I'm kind of thinking of putting center down below, and maybe just having a bunch of words. Maybe a word for every month. We're not sure. All right, let's go ahead and dive into January. I love this. Let's talk about the waterfall tabs because I know you've been asking all about them on Instagram. I do cut these out myself, and for the most part, I just cut off 2 squares. So the pages based off of the squares, 2 squares per page, and kind of do an estimate of how many pages I think I will use for that month. I believe, let's go ahead and count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I use 7 pages for January. I find that over time, I like 8. So I will go ahead and cut 8 tabs. And all I do is I put a strip of washi tape down the side of each one. These are the washi tapes I used for January. I found them on Amazon. I love washi tapes that come in packs. It makes the theme or the color palette to go really well over on the right when you're trying to match up for those waterfall tabs. And I also find that rounding the edges can be super helpful too. I just use this little rounding tool. It cuts super nicely. I love it. That way I can get a nice crisp edge when I cut and then round the corner so it's not poking me. And I do that on all of my waterfall tabs. I find it to be really aesthetic. It just makes me happy. So that is what we do. And then the final thing I want to touch on are these butterflies. They're just stickers again that I got on Amazon that stick out on the side. This is me on my journey. Remember, we're breaking out of our comfort zone here, trying to figure out something new. So what I did was I took the stickers, put them down on the page before I cut, and then I used an X-Acto knife, just a sharp edge blade, and I cut around each of those stickers once it was stuck to the page. So that gave me a nice straight edge with the butterfly tabs. You can see I didn't do it for this orange butterfly. I just cut the sticker right in half, so it gave it the illusion that the sticker was there peeking out, but it's actually going over to 2 pages. The way that I like to set up my journals, I really like to have a calendar and my goals at the beginning. It's really easy for me to flip to. You will see later in other videos, I really prefer having 2 calendars. Let me show you again here in February. February is where I figure out I like one calendar where I talk about the major highlight of the day, and the second page is where I put my appointments, things that need to get done, holidays, birthdays, and having it next to my goals seems to be working out really well for me. But we didn't do that for January, which is fine because we were just starting out trying new things. So I have my calendar of appointments as well as kind of the highlights. You can see I did a doggy bike ride, so I went on a bike ride with my dog, and that was my highlight. Or I cut my hair. And over on the right you can just see my goals. I broke it down into 7 sections. We have family, service, house. This usually involves kind of the monthly cleaning chores I want to get done, or upkeeps, maybe things are broken or nicked, maybe I need to paint something in a bedroom or a bathroom, so I will put those monthly goals there. Work days, I was keeping track of my schedule. Creation, this is just where I have my one goal, usually Instagram related, creating content for you guys. Health goals, and then here in the corner I have another family. I think I would change this later in the future to birthdays. We had a lot of birthdays in January. I think my favorite thing about this page are definitely the titles. January, I love going ahead and using markers. Most of the time I'm using Crayola Super Tip markers, or I'll use those mild liners that you can find. I think I picked these up from Walmart. You can also get them online. And with color, I will block out the letters J-U-N, January, and then with a black finer pen, or if I'm feeling extra funky, I'll use one of those paint pens, and then I will cursive the letters over the top, and I just love the way that it looks. Super nice. I love that page. Second page in my monthly specs, we have the calendar, goals. I usually do a full page for my chore chart. This is just so that I can see weeks at a glance, overlooking the whole month, just to make sure that I'm staying on track. X's mean the task was not complete. Circle means that I did it. It's not something I'm trying to fill in as a circle every single day, but I want to make sure that the toilets are getting cleaned once a week, or that I'm washing the doggy bowl every here and there, just so I can see how long it's been since I did those tasks. Over on the right, I have my habit trackers. These are the tasks that I'm trying to do each day. You can see that I fell off the bandwagon the last 2 weeks of the month because we were dealing with, you know, that special tickle of a sickness. And this is at a time where my husband just recently purchased his dental practice, and so I've been keeping track of the time that he comes home from work, just because I know it's a hard time and I would love to look back and see how hard we were working when we first bought the practice. Here we have our weekly spread. In the beginning, you'll see that I did try to put 7 pages on one spread. I love that it's square. It gives me more space than the regular A5 notebook. So here's an example of an A5. There's just so much more space that I love to play around with. And it even gave me space for a to-do list. So if you want to be creative, if you want to add stickers or doodles or designs, I do feel like the 8x8 is super nice for that, because it allows you the space you need to write along with getting creative. And this is just where I do my daily journal entries. You can also use these for appointments if you're using your journal more as a planner. I use mine for memory keeping, so it's nice that I just have a place every day to write down what's going on. I love this page. This one, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it at first. As soon as this pink marker came out, I was not a fan. I said, oh no, this is not going to match my green theme, so instead I added some bright greens and bright yellows and blues, and I like the way that it came together. We have this beautiful pressed flower sticker. I have a few more. Again, these came from Amazon. I have found them cheaper on Shein, so if you have an account on Shein, you might want to look there first, because they are like half the price. Definitely worth taking a look at. We've got butterflies. This cute girl, this is from RongRong's collection. the Wonderlust sticker book collection by RongRong. I've definitely used a lot of her stickers. I love the designs. I love the color palettes. So I went and put her right here, just kind of looking like she's in the jungle. I feel like that's the theme for January, is jungle theme. Now I do create my spreads before I do my writing. So if by chance you can see that the handwriting is a lot smaller on Tuesday than it is on Friday or even on Saturday, if there's a day that I know that I have a lot to write, I actually keep a second journal that I will go ahead and just fill in with my words. It's not pretty, it's not artistic, it doesn't have stickers, but this is where I keep the big long entries. And if I have a long entry for that day, I will still try to find something to write about, usually gratitude or something that my children have started saying or doing, and I will put those in these days. I love that there's a cloud theme here. So nice. And big tip, if you have any old credit cards or gift cards, this is one I just decorated with washi. So cute. I love it because of the rounded edges, and it makes for a really good size if you're trying to do a 7-day week on one page. Some of them are larger, but you can see I definitely take advantage of the credit card. There's also this stencil that I got from Archer and Olive. I use this as well, so you can see there's a small square here that would fit really nicely every once in a while that you can use as well. Ooh, we're coming to the end of the month. This one, I knew that I was going to be busy and that I wouldn't have a lot to write, so that gave me more free play on the sides. So I used some stickers. Again, these are the RongRong with the Wonderlust collection with her stickers. Just so fun, adventurous. Every day is a new adventure. I love it. And then this is the last page of January. If you're wondering how I set up my pages, it's really sporadic. Usually I have an idea with the stickers I want to use and I go from there. If I were to guess, I probably started right here. I already had my washi, so I kind of had my jungle theme going on. Trace this bad boy onto the page. Knew that that would be my to-do list. And then you can see that I have these package stickers. That was the theme I was going for when I created this spread. So I probably put one here, drew some colored lines with a brown marker, decided, oh, that's probably long enough for an entry. Let's put another sticker for Tuesday. Drew some more lines. Maybe added these mushroom stickers. Wednesday, more lines. Thursday, more lines. Friday, but then I had the weekend and I decided I don't like this. I really enjoy my daily writing, so combining 2 days into one, not the biggest fan. Not the biggest fan. Also, you can see that I was still trying to figure out, did I want a Monday through Sunday on the pages, or do I stop at the end of a month? So we have Monday the 30th, 31st, and then Wednesday is the first day of February. And I actually stopped that over time in my journal that you'll see. But it worked out really nicely. I liked this. By moving into the new month, I felt like that gave me less pages to play around with when the new month came, which is one of the reasons why I stopped. And then finally, I always do a month in review. Here's my monthly review. I have some trackers where I track my mood, my period, and just some of the highlights, the struggles. I've got my fails here. Let's see, it says, didn't get the kids into swimming lessons. So one of the ways that I will go and review my month is I come to the beginning. I look at my monthly goals. I look at my habit trackers. I look at my chore charts to see what was accomplished and what wasn't. Under family, swimming lesson research. Didn't do that, so I put that here as a fail, or we're still working on. Our family went on lots of bike rides, so I did a little entry about the bike rides, chopped my hair and got Invisalign, just some fun things like that. So if I want to see what I was doing at the beginning of the year, this is the page I come to. And I believe that brings us to February. So I will be making videos just like this, talking about each month. They're super fun. It is so exciting to see how my style has changed over the months. And I am really glad you're here. And if you have any questions, drop them down. I would love if you followed me on Instagram. Again, my Instagram handle is JennieJoy Journals, and we post things every day. We especially love the Instagram Reels. So if you like watching videos on Instagram, that is a place to be. And with that, I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye!